Phillip manage all that traffic in front of him. There's Burton making a nice catch on the back of the end zone. That tied the game at 7. This one was back and forth early. Ryan Tannehill finds A.J. Brown, and few in the NFL this season have done it better after the catch than A.J. Brown. 69 yards to give the Titans a 14-7 lead.
Now you talk about Tyreek Hill thinking he's the number one receiver in the league. A.J. Brown's got some negotiating to do there because he obviously what he's done. Can you imagine the 1-2 punch of Henry and Brown? This is going to bode well for the Titans going forward.
He scored a touchdown in 7 of the Titans' last 8 games, certainly finding ways to get in the end zone, whether he's showing off his speed or bowling people over into the end zone. He does it in a variety of ways. Speaking of bowling into the end zone, Jacoby Brissett subs in at quarterback for Phillip Rivers, and he dives in for the score from 1 yard out, showing some of his muscle there for the Colts offense.
Yeah, this was a good game early. The Colts had some balance. They did some things. Their defense was playing pretty well, all but obviously giving up those 2 big plays to Henry and to Brown. But then obviously the physicality of Tennessee and Phillip Rivers ends up throwing the ball more than 40 times. That usually does not bode well for Indianapolis when he has to do that.
Here on the goal line, first and goal, Derrick Henry bouncing outside and into the end zone. It must be noted that the Colts were without DeForest Buckner. Bobby Okereke also not playing in this game. DeForest Buckner, one of the players this week that tested positive for COVID-19, a huge hole in that Colts defense, and Derrick Henry certainly took advantage of it here today.
Yeah, the Colts defense has been spectacular, but obviously down a few men, and that's not the time you want to face Derrick Henry.
There's Henry once again, 3 touchdowns on the day, 184 yards rushing. He had 140 yards in the first half alone, so certainly setting the tone in the first half for the Titans. Take another look here.
Yeah, just the speed, the footwork of a big man like this. This guy's spectacular.
Look at that move, shaking. He can run over you. Simply no match for many NFL defenses. Ryan Tannehill, he wants a rushing touchdown, and he does. Gets in from 1 yard out. This all in the first half. 20 seconds to play in the first half, and Tannehill showing off his mobility here.
Yeah, it was 35-14 in the first half, and it didn't feel that way. It felt like Indianapolis was playing a little bit better than that. Obviously, the offense, Tannehill. Yeah, if you got to take the choice of do we try to put bodies on Derrick Henry or Ryan Tannehill, you got to begin with Henry.
In the last 30 seasons, Derrick Henry joined Sean Alexander and LaDainian Tomlinson as the only players to have 3 rushing touchdowns and 100 rushing yards in a single half multiple times. So impressive numbers on the day. And here's Brissett once again subbing in for Phillip Rivers for another rushing touchdown from 1 yard out.
Yeah, even with that, though, the running game for the Colts, it just wasn't there. When they can rush for over 100 yards, they're usually in good shape. They were only 56 yards on 21 carries for the day.
There you see the Titans defense coming up big against the Colts offense. Certainly a big turnaround from that Thursday night football game we saw a couple weeks ago where the Colts had their way down in Nashville. Certainly the tables turned, but T.Y. Hilton making good there with Phillip Rivers to put some respectability back to this Colts offense.
Hard to imagine this is T.Y. Hilton's first touchdown of the year.
Pretty remarkable considering all the production he's had over the course of his career. Certainly trying to form that chemistry with Phillip Rivers. A lot of season left to play. A lot of important games the Colts will find themselves in. Down 12 here late in the fourth. 2-point conversion, no good. Zach Pascal blocked away, no good. So they go for the onside kick. And who else, Coach? A.J. Brown, he can do it all on special teams as well.
Yeah, this just is not going to be your day when an onside kick it bounces up and ends in the hands of A.J. Brown. You got to look. Frank Reich's got to look up and just go, okay, the football gods are against me today.
They certainly were. Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, a couple of guys built like gods, gets into the end zone to put this one away and squash any hope of a late Colts rally. Like you mentioned, just bouncing into the hands of one of the best playmakers in the NFL and takes it all the way back. Final score here, 45-26. So Titans take over first place in the AFC South, breaking that tie with the Colts. The Colts drop to 7-4. There you see Henry's numbers, 27 carries, 178 yards. A.J. Brown, those 4 catches for 98 yards. Coming into this game, the Colts defense had allowed 3.18 yards per carry when DeForest Buckner was in the game. When he was out of the game,